SFH board and staff, welcome to this third location, home, our new home, new hope. The third home, as I said, that our island shelter community has had. Welcome to the Luca Center. Reaching the $2.3 million construction cost goal was a community achievement. Donations ranged from pennies to thousands. Each donation is significant and makes a statement about the value our community, its residents and friends, place on the important role our shelter has and represents for each of us. Having community come together to build a shelter is part of our shelter story. Since the first shelter was opened in a refurbished former kennel on Wald Road in 1982. Mary Tomosa, the founder, could not attend today, but it's an honor to introduce three of the shelter founding volunteers. And I can tell you some stories about the shelter's second opening. And as you tour the building, take a look at the newspaper article outside the education conference room, and that article talks about the opening of the second shelter, which is still our current shelter. So, but unfortunately they're all numbered. Oh yeah, here we go. But for three special ladies, we have Jean Thomas, Shirley Owen, Dan Oden, and they along with Dodie Gann, for whom the reception area is named, were part of the founding volunteer group. And volunteer is a word you're going to hear a lot about today. And Randa continues as her shelter connection as she serves on our advisory board, along with our new advisory board member, Ann Holbrook Moss. Please get to know Ann. And if you don't know Randa, get to know Randa and ask her some of those stories about the second grand opening. Becky Pollad and Bob McDowell are two other advanced advisory board members, and they regret not being able to be here with you this afternoon. APS also has an honorary board member, Loretta Swit, whose presence helped make our 2017 Doggone Good Dinner, which raised money for the Capital Campaign, probably the most successful fundraising event on island history. So that was special thanks to Loretta's presence for that. I want to take a few minutes to recognize our board and staff. We proudly are wearing our blue and red volunteer shirts, and want to give special thanks to our grand opening co-chairs, Claudia and Gina. Claudia Sahlquist and Gina Sandwich, what a fabulous job they have done in organizing it. And as Leslie and Jan, part of the committee, it made it a special event for us all to share. Gina also is a former board treasurer. She will be leaving, unfortunately, the board next month, along with Nancy Vavoda, who has been a former secretary and active member of our board. Vince Stakunis, our current treasurer, we kept extending a one year, and finally Vince said, oh, but, and Julie Corey, who was a president of the board in 2016.